Imagine you're trying to fix a broken mug or hang a poster on your wall. You open your drawer and find two options, a bottle of glue and a roll of tape. Which one should you choose? And more importantly, which is actually stronger? To answer that, let's dive into the fascinating science behind adhesives, those sticky substances that help us hold our world together. At first glance, glue and tape seem similar. Both are designed to stick things together, and both can be found in countless homes, offices, and classrooms. But the way they work and their relative strengths are surprisingly different. Let's start with glue. Most glues are liquids or gels made from a variety of chemicals depending on their intended use. When you apply glue to a surface, it seeps into tiny pores and cracks, creating a close bond as it dries or cures. This process is called adhesion, and it relies on molecular forces between the glue and the material it's sticking to. But glue doesn't just stick to the surface, it also needs to stick to itself. This internal strength is called cohesion. A good glue needs both strong adhesion, to grip the surfaces, and strong cohesion, to hold itself together under stress. Different glues use different mechanisms to achieve this. White school glue, for example, is water-based. As the water evaporates, the remaining polymers tangle together, forming a solid bond. Superglue uses a different approach. It reacts with moisture in the air and on surfaces to form strong chemical bonds almost instantly. Epoxy glues come in two parts that react with each other to form an exceptionally strong, durable bond. Each type of glue is optimized for specific materials and uses, which is why you might use wood glue for carpentry, but superglue for quick repairs. Now, let's look at tape. Unlike glue, tape is a solid strip, usually made from a flexible backing coated with a layer of pressure-sensitive adhesive. When you press tape onto a surface, the adhesive flows into the microscopic bumps and grooves, creating a bond. The sticky part of tape is designed to be tacky at room temperature, so it doesn't need time to dry or cure like glue does. Instead, it relies on immediate physical attraction between its molecules and the molecules of the surface. There are all sorts of tapes, from clear office tape to heavy-duty duct tape. Some tapes are designed for easy removal, like painter's tape, while others are meant for permanent adhesion. The strength of tape depends on both the adhesive and the backing. For example, duct tape uses a strong woven fabric backing and a powerful adhesive, making it useful for everything from quick fixes to creative projects. So, which is stronger, glue or tape? The answer depends on how you define strength. If you're looking for a bond that can hold up under heavy loads or resist being pulled apart, certain glues, like epoxy, are incredibly strong. They create chemical bonds that can be stronger than the materials they're joining. In fact, some industrial glues are used to assemble airplanes and cars, holding metal parts together with bonds that are nearly impossible to break. Tape, on the other hand, relies on physical stickiness rather than chemical bonding. While some tapes, like double-sided mounting tape, can hold surprising amounts of weight, they generally aren't as strong as high-quality glues for permanent bonds. However, tape has its advantages. It's quick, convenient, and doesn't require drying time. It can also be easily removed or repositioned in many cases, making it ideal for temporary fixes or delicate surfaces. But there's more to the story. The effectiveness of glue or tape can also depend on the materials you're joining, the surface texture, and environmental factors like temperature and humidity. Some surfaces, like glass or metal, are challenging for adhesives because they're so smooth. Others, like wood or fabric, have more texture for adhesives to grip. Interestingly, scientists have studied nature's adhesives to inspire new materials. For example, geckos can climb walls thanks to millions of tiny hairs on their feet that exploit molecular forces, creating a reversible, super strong grip. Researchers are working to mimic these natural adhesives, leading to innovations in medical bandages, robotics, and more. So, next time you're faced with a repair or project, consider what you need. If you want a quick, temporary fix, tape might be your best bet. If you need a strong, permanent bond, glue is likely the winner. And remember, the world of adhesives is more complex and fascinating than it might appear. Each sticky solution has its own strengths, weaknesses, and ideal uses. In the end, whether you reach for glue or tape, you're tapping into a world of science that's holding our everyday lives together, one sticky bond at a time.